Welcome back to Ottawa Experts. I'm your host, Barbara Balfour, and on tonight's show we're talking about how to find your happiness and your life's purpose. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we were unable to connect on the phone with Kevin Frost, the deafblind award-winning speed skater that I was talking about earlier, and we're also unable to connect on the phone with Jessica Heater, but I did want to give her a shout out on the air because she has such an interesting and inspirational story. As I mentioned earlier, Jessica actually quit a career in public relations back in 2008 and literally ran away to join the circus, and she's now been working for the last 7 years with Carnival Diablo, where she does amazing things like lie in a bed of nails, walk on broken glass, and take a sledgehammer to the stomach. It's really mind over matter, which are certainly skills that can be attributed to our own journey of finding happiness despite the obstacles that life throws our way. And in a previous conversation with Jessica, her #1 tip for happiness is to love yourself first. And she made a very profound observation that there isn't really a difference between finding happiness and finding your life's purpose, because your life's purpose is actually to be happy. So going back to our in-studio guest tonight, again, thanks so much for joining us. Daniel, I wanted to talk a little bit about your side job, or your main gig really, which is working as a bankruptcy counselor with individuals who have overcome or are encountering financial difficulties, and the link between money and happiness. What are your thoughts, and how have you applied some of the lessons that you've learned to your clients' journeys?
So like we all know, money brings a lot of stress. So if we don't manage money properly, just like a lot of different things in our lives, it will bring a lot of stress. And a lot of stress is very heavy on the body, on the soul, on the mind. And one of the things that I do over there is most clients that come in, they are in a very dire financial situation. So yes, you are going through a bankruptcy, or you're going through a consumer proposal. And it is very badly seen in society. But what I usually say is view it as a fresh start. So you're basically erasing the slate, and now you can start over again and build from new. So now
you're flipping it.
Exactly. Yeah. So forget about what happened before. Learn from it, like I said earlier. Learn from whatever mistakes you did before, and then from here on you can only move forward, because you can't go lower than where you are right now. Once you've done a bankruptcy, you just need to rebuild your life at that point. So what I usually tell the clients is to stop stressing, stop worrying. It wasn't the past. Yes, you did some mistakes, but at least you are more knowledgeable about it now. And now you can actually build your life better and stronger. You can become a better person and make better decisions with regards to your finances that will impact the rest of your life as well, with regards to your family, your spouse, your children's education, whatever goals that you have financially. It is now your opportunity to rebuild that and to move forward towards accomplishing that goal.
And one of the most important lessons in life is to learn that there's no shame in making a mistake, right? I mean, Daniel, you sent us an amazing graphic on what the Japanese perception is of something that is broken. And maybe we can pull that graphic up now. It talks about how when a cup or a saucer or a bowl is broken, the Japanese will fill in the cracks with gold, because they believe that anything that is broken is beautiful. Anything that, so when the Japanese mend broken objects, they glamorize the damage by filling the cracks with gold. They believe that when something has suffered damage and has a history, it becomes more beautiful.
Exactly.
Do you think that's true for people as well as objects?
It is. So one thing that we need to remember in life is that we're going to make mistakes. It's unavoidable. And I would say to a certain degree it's necessary, because through our mistakes we can actually become better, become stronger. When you go to school, you don't get the math quizzes like this or the math exercises. You have to learn through mistakes. You get the wrong numbers, you start over again, try it out, go through the process. You might make another mistake, but in the end, we reach a certain level where we understand the math problem, or we learn how to write. When you learn how to write your alphabet, we make mistakes. We don't write perfectly from newborns, right? So to a certain degree, mistakes and errors are important in your life, but you need to learn. You need to learn through your mistakes. So if through my book, for example, I went through a lot of struggles, and I was started to write, and when I sent it to the to get it reviewed, bad criticisms, very, very strong criticisms, but it was my mistake and I learned from it. now you just need to move forward and learn from it to go and get better, which is why the Japanese use that example, is that we all have cracks, we all have baggage, we all have something that we did in our lives that put us in a specific place. Now, you don't throw out the whole house because one light bulb is broken. Yeah. You change the light bulb. Yeah. So they mend the cracks. You mend the cracks and you move forward. You can reuse the same bowl. So our body is symbolized by that bowl. As much as there are some imperfections in us, that doesn't mean that we are not still functioning, amazing human beings. We just need to learn how to work with it and move forward into having a better life for ourselves.
Makes sense. Francesca, you had 7 tips to a better you or a better life. Tell us about that.
Well, because this practice of being happy and being on purpose is something that is like a mindset. It's like a muscle that when you go to the gym, you need to exercise every single day.
Exercise being happy.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The way to get to be in that state is always challenging because life is going to throw you a lot of stuff. So when you have something that is not up in the air, you don't need to go to the Tibet to meditate over there, or you don't have to have a perfect life full of money to be able to feel good now. So for that process, having 7 steps daily. For example, I'm going to talk one, and you tell me the time that we have available. Taking breaks through the day. When you ask, let's say, to those superhumans, the athletes and artists, when they get that inspiration and they get that capacity, you think about where did they get that, like how they do it. So research show that actually what they do is have different breaks through the day. They go for a walk in nature. They have even maybe a nap for no more than 20 minutes. They have different activities as mindfulness. And in that, they are going to recharge. Your brain is gonna never tell you that enough is enough. And you're actually into the stress mode on all the time. So for me, it's very important to get that switch down and say, okay, this is time for me to, those in Christmas you have these beautiful crystal balls that when you shake them, do that exercise with kids. And you say, you know what? You need to still be in a little bit of stillness right now, because when you shake that ball, you can't see clearly. But when you actually are in stillness, everything is going to come down.
Are you talking about those little snow globes?
Snow globes. And then it's going to go down. And then when you see through, now you can see clearly. So what are all the results for those taking breaks is having more creativity, have better memory, right? Have more capacity for being not a reactive mode, but more respond in a better way, more patience with the kids and with life. So just as simple as program yourself, as much as you put the alarm to wake up in the morning, you're going to program today an alarm to get that break, 2 breaks through the day. If you can't 2, 1 is just mandatory.
How long should each break be?
At least, well, it depends, you build up. So I said with people, they send me texts, my clients, and I said, okay, how many you did today? 2 minutes, perfect. 5 minutes. It's something that you build up until you feel comfortable.
And what do you do during those breaks?
Well, it could be like right now, you can just go outside. It's one of the things that I really recommend. As you said, just going, breathing nature is something that is, you have the beautiful trees right now. The air is so amazing. The sun is just kissing your shoulder. It's something that can bring you so much mindfulness in your actions that going outside is that, boom, change your state right away. Or as easy as just concentrating in your breathing. A lot of people have different techniques. I have different as well. But one of the very important, very easy is to follow like ocean breathing. You can put ocean music when you start that. And then you can practice meditation. It's something or prayer, depending on your beliefs, right?
So we're only about 5 minutes away till the end of our show. It's gone by really quickly, so maybe you can sort of quickly go through some of the other 6 steps.
Yes.
So the first one is obviously lots of rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's actually, start the day with an intention.
Okay.
So quickly, if you don't create your intention through the day, you're going to be lost. And everything happens, you're going to change your course no matter what, because you don't have an intention, you don't have a plan. And then you're going to follow that plan. You're going to stop during the day and you're going to say, okay, what is working, what is not? And how can I focus that tomorrow better? So it's too much Facebook, it's too much laundry, It's too much cooking. For me, it's cooking. I love to cook. Taking breaks. Be grateful. Have like a journal that you can be grateful, and actually follow a little bit of mindfulness that I'm going to give you here. And the other two are more related with the specific things of your body. Do what you love to do.
Okay.
I explained that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
That is finding your specific good feeling vibration.
Okay.
And the 7 is share with others. Be
Okay.
in service.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's basically.
Great. And tell us a little bit about this workbook that you've got here in this DVD.
Okay. So the DVD goes with the workbook because this is going to be 15 minutes of a feeling good now. All activities that you can do, even if you're driving, well, not driving, but you don't have to be in a meditation state. You can do it any time of the day. It's going to guide you exactly the steps that you have to follow to feel good now. That's one of the things that can change the mind, your state of physical state, and the things around you. And the workbook is going to allow you to just go through your process, writing, connecting hard with your writing is something important. So for people, they can go to the website energizing.com.
Energizing.com, and that's INNER, energizing.com.
Yes, and energizing.com/7 steps. They can get the 7 steps. And this one is just the Feeling Good Now link. So. Yeah.
Where can people find you if they want to book you? Or do you give classes, seminars? How can we find you?
I have lots of stuff. I love when I have a quote that people will forget what we say, let's say today. Yeah. People will forget what we did in here maybe, but they will never forget how we make them feel.
That's what Maya Angelou said.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's my thing with people. When I get in front of you, if I don't work results that you're going to have, I'm done. So I need to get in workshops, seminars, public speaking, and a lot of YouTube. They can find me.
Okay.
Fran@energizing.com as well, or just energizing.com. They can contact me there to amplify more of this happiness that we created today.
Perfect. I love it. Daniel, where can we find you? Where can we get a copy of your book?
So the copy of the book you can find on my website, DanielDelatour.com. You can also find me on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Daniel the Motivator, to YouTube as well. I have some amazing videos up there. So for me, for example, my motto is I'm here for you. So if anybody has any questions, any doubts, any sense of unhappiness, come and talk to me. And it doesn't cost you anything. I always have a free consultation anyways.
Okay, that's fantastic.
So you don't lose anything and you're gaining so much.
Okay, and your number 1 tip for happiness for our audience to take away tonight?
Be happy within yourself. Be content in what you have right now.
Okay, and Francesca, your number 1 tip for our audience tonight?
I said, try one more time. Here I go again. Every single morning, every single night, no matter what, no matter how it was your day or the day before, you can say to yourself, let's try one more time.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
It was amazing.
Yeah.